The Keiki Hula Competition is named in honor of Queen Lili'uokalani, and it's put on by the Kalihi Culture and Arts Society. And so this year I was kind of going through Queen Lili'uokalani's autobiography, which is called Hawaii's Story by Hawaii's Queen. And she really gives a lot of credit to her kupuna, for her mana, for her right to rule, for her creativity. One kupuna in particular was her great-great-grandfather, and his name was Keaweaheulu. He was an advisor and a counselor for Kamehameha the Great, and his wahine, the other subject of the second mele for the girls, is Ululani. So that was his wife, and she was a high chiefess of Hilo. I was inspired to honor Queen Lili'uokalani's great-great-grandparents, in part to instill in the kids today, the keiki today, to know who their great-great-grandparents are. Ho'ohe no keia no ululani lai. Aloha, my name is Manu Boyd. I am the Kumu Hula of Hālau, A'ali'i Kū Makani, and I am the composer of this year's Keiki Hula chants. I've been a student myself of hula for 41 years under Robert Casimiro and Hālau Nakamale, and I started composing many years ago and learned from older composers, also learned a lot of older mele. I think the one way to get a good foundation in haku mele or songwriting or in Hawaiian poetry is to understand traditional poetry and how it works. I've been given the honor for 2 or 3 years previous to have given the chants for the boys and the girls for Keiki Hula Kahiko. But what happens then is several months prior to the competition, the mele are created and I submit it to the festival organizers, and they then send it out to all the Kumu Hula. So all they're getting is the text in Hawaiian and the translation and interpretation and a little bit of mo'olelo, and then they need to interpret it how they think it should be performed in Kahiko, whether it's a hula pahu or a hula olapa. So it's really interesting to see the number and the variety of 20-something groups performing the same mele, and every one of them is unique. It's really different. I think Keiki Hula has done a great job for more than 40 years instilling a sense of identity in young Hawaiian children or local children. You don't have to be Hawaiian to dance hula, but in our traditional Hawaiian culture, your culture begins from birth. And so when you see these young kids, they have such a grounding in mele, in dancing and performing, they're very confident, and they grow up knowing their culture. So we're at a really good place, I think, culturally, and I think Keiki Hula has had a lot to do with creating a good foundation for our community.
Brought to you by Kamehameha Schools.